Hi, my name's Alan, here to pitch my new app, the Mood Tracker 3000, to earn some money for college tuition. So I know you must be wondering why the RT is no PowerPoint. Well, it's simple. After seeing countless pitches in which people simply read off exactly what they've written on the PowerPoint slide, I figured that a more graphic approach would be more conducive in capturing an audience's attention, while featuring the same quality content and application pitching that is necessary for this assignment. So the Mood Tracker 3000 is fundamentally a life coaching tool. It uses your health information from previous days, so maybe your sleep, mood, water intake, in order to predict your mood for the next day, on condition of the amount that you sleep. So for example, if you've been sleeping 11 hours a day, but then drop down to a crippling 7 hours to finish a Dean's Date assignment, you might feel worse than if a normal person simply slept 7 hours every single day. So the whole point is we use your past life, patterns in order to predict the future. So after tracking your data for a while, the Mood Tracker 3000 can make a model of your body's, you know, general feeling and psyche, and will be able to make diet, exercise, and work recommendations that will optimize your mood for the future. Since everyone is different, this app will be a very personalized measure of your happiness, sadness, and other moods, and will hopefully make you feel better in the long run. So we'll first discuss how the model works, the types of information it can accept, and once we've explained this, we'll describe the life coaching aspect of the application. So to begin, the model takes in parameters that include sleep quality and quantity, water intake, exercise amounts, workload, social satisfaction, and many more factors that depend on what the user would like to input. The application uses a recurrent neural network to predict your mood in the future. By the way, I do know what I'm talking about. I'm not simply spitting out buzzwords here, such as recurrent neural network. And so as the model is recurrent, the model can accept and process new data while remembering information about the past. This is important because from personal experience, I found that sleeping badly on previous days because my roommates smoking and terrorists decided to come back at 3 a.m. and to bring the party with them actually affected my mood and productivity for a few days in the future. So the fact that our neural network is recurrent will help process this information and use previous nights of sleep, diet, etc., in addition to the most recent day to predict the future. By nature being a recurrent neural network, the application will automatically discount the far past so that things that happened a week ago will have little effect on your predicted mood for the next day, unless such an event was maybe particularly traumatizing. Anyways, so the app takes your daily routines into account in order to construct a more personalized model of your life. So as an example, if you're a hardcore athlete who plays tennis every single day, the application will recognize your daily high exercise level and will predict that a lack of exercise on a given day will affect your mood more than it might affect that of a BSc coast majors. I don't know why I included that, but also information from other similar users will be factored into the neural net to predict your mood. So for example, athletes will be grouped together and the app will automatically relate each person's mood reportings in order to make everyone's report a little more accurate. We also recognize that each factor affects different people in different ways. So suppose you drank a lot of water one day because you know that you either hydrate or dehydrate. You ate a cheeseburger that was more fire than Drake's most recent album, and you scored a phenomenal grade on your final writing sim assignment. I don't know why I included this. So you're having a phenomenal day overall. But of course the day goes downhill and you have your heart broken for whatever reason. You score the day an overall 7 out of 10 for mood when it should have been a phenomenal 12 out of 10. Then the application will know that you weight your emotional sanity to a higher degree than maybe your meals for the day, and will adjust the model according to your individual preference. This automatically allows the application to adhere to individual needs, and thus constructs a highly personalized model to cater to every person. So you must be wondering, hey look, I'm special. I'm taking the most rigorous schedule possible with writing sim and in 10 music clubs and academic societies. And so the average person's 7 out of 10 is actually my 2 out of 10 for mood. So how can you match me and that person up? Well, there's no need to worry since we here at Mood Tracker 3000 recognize this subjectivity of reportings, and so we don't use the absolute numbers. Once we've gathered enough data, we can just simply take your average and variance of mood ratings. So if we are a depressed college student whose average reported mood is a 3 out of 10, and whose mood can range from a sad 1 out of 10 to a fantastic 5, we'll calculate that your average rating is 3 with a standard deviation of maybe from 1 to 1.2. And in this way we can normalize your data, and so we can relate every single person's data without using the absolute number reportings. And this is how we model the subjectivity of mood reportings. So for whatever reason, we're going to present some data from my personal life. This graph shows my mood index for 80 days with latent variable sleep and physical well-being. We simply plot mood here since it's hard for humans to visualize more than 2 dimensions, but you can see that we constructed a model to predict the average mood with good accuracy. Some interesting points: I was sick on these days, and the model wasn't quite able to capture this variance. However, with long-term use, the model will be able to predict such variance. The point is that I wasn't sick for many days, so the computer doesn't know how I'll respond when I'm sick, but with long-term use of the app, the computer will automatically learn to recognize these trends. As you can also see, I decided to chill with the P-sets and exercise in the past few months, and then the second half of the semester, and so my mood stabilized, and the model was able to predict this by using less variance. Also, when finals hit, my mood unfortunately decreased, and the model was able to capture this change as well. Some statistics are below, as you can see. So why don't we care about this? The point is that the application, once it's collected enough past data to make the model of your life, it can predict the future. So this is where the life coaching part comes in. After 1 month, our model will have collected enough data to be able to make recommendations to optimize your mood. It knows which factors you value most. It will tell you to simply try to optimize those values and take other factors into account to give you overall more satisfaction for your life. So if you can't operate with less than 10 hours of sleep, the model will recommend that you, yes, sleep more than 10 hours. Because this is particular to each individual person, the model will have a personalized measure and really be able to work for every single person. For only the price of 2 late meal cookies a month, we will be able to make health recommendations for you. More interesting features: we feature games and leaderboards, so you can play with groups of friends if you have those, and you win if you report the most data to the application and stay on top of your life recommendations. So this is really a game in which you lose if you're the worst at living your life, which is an irony to be sure. So you must be thinking, look, this is far too good to be true. There's no way such an app can work for only $1.99 a month. But hey, if computers are smoking humans in Dota nowadays, there's no reason why a computer can't predict how much dopamine your body is producing. They say that computers probably can't take over the world, but with the help of our app, you'll definitely be healthy enough to rise to the position of world domination. As a closing note, thanks Dr. Troy. I hope my different sort of presentation sparked some joy in your heart. I enjoyed your class. I think I learned a lot, and I hope we'll hopefully see you around.